How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Roar. We're here to check out a nerdcore artist that I think I only last showcased on my previous channel, where we looked at this guy's original album, and he had some pretty intense bangers in there. Not just, crazy awesome songs, but some emotional stuff as well. We're talking about Rustage, the nerdcore artist. I don't have much to say about a lot of the nerdcore community. I once participated in it years and years ago. Not really my thing, mostly because of how the community is. But we have an original song called Frick AI. You'll love to see it. As I've said before on my own channel, the only time that I've ever used AI has been as a referential tool, because nothing is more difficult for me and artists that I'm trying to work with to kind of Frankenstein's monster a character idea, as opposed to using it as a tool to be like, hey, here's kind of what I'm looking for. Other than that, I don't touch the stuff. I don't like it. And I will be damned if I say that being able to be proficient in it at all makes you anything like an artist. No, you're a thief. That's how it is. Anyway, support real artists like Rustage. Link to this is going to be in the description. Go check him out, and let's jump into it. Love this beat already. Super sinister.
You can see the flood in our feeds and devices. Hearts on a way for the greedy and lifeless. How can the slop ever be so divisive? Pointless and practice with feeds in our climate. Scan it.
Okay, so a lot of people might listen to this and think, oh, he's just lyrico-spiritual. Shut the hell up. Slow it down if you have to, and look at the lyrics. We're talking about the feeds, your social media feeds, giving you all this sort of nonsense, and it's turned so divisive when it shouldn't have to. It's garbage. Same thing with other things going on in our culture. Don't understand why it's divisive at all, and we're not just ripping it out. But, that's the price to pay for people to have freedom of belief.
Greedy and lifeless. How can the slop ever be so divisive? Pointless and practice with feeds in our climate. Scan every thread, every email or line.
Yeah, scanning, it affecting your climate. It's not just art stuff, artists having stuff stolen. There's deep fake videos that are so disgusting. It's complete misinformation. It's not okay. It's not funny. It's not the sake of anything besides you being a soulless individual that's trying to profit off of something that's a lie. Horrible. Horrible. Not to say that theft hasn't happened forever. We've had people just repost art, find a way to take out a watermark, and then repost it as their own and make a career off that. So it's been around forever. Theft has always been around. This is just another way that it's happening. And I'm glad that people are cracking down on it. Come on.
Doubt every text, we read every line. It's a high from this chat GPT in the writing. We won't be free of this crisis. I see them.
Yeah, so then on the flip side, if you can't even write, I had someone send me an email a while ago asking me, hey, what do you think of this original music that I'm working on? And I listened to it, and as someone who early on, when I was trying to learn about the value of ChatGPT, I think it can be very good for analyzing many documents at once and looking for, consistencies. Like if I have a bunch of lyrics and I want to be like, hey, here's all these lyrics I'm working on. What do you think about the flow of this? Does this look like this flows well? Are there ways that it needs to be changed up? It can analyze those things very, very well. I think that's a nice idea. But as this person, as someone who dabbled with like, oh, how would it try and spit out lyrics? I know how it looks. I've seen enough of it to know how it looks. And when this person gave me their music, I was like, was this written by ChatGPT? And they were like, yeah. I was like, I could tell. Yeah. I won't even go into some of the ways that it just doesn't understand context. It might understand vowel structures and that sort of thing, but it doesn't get the full picture. So
read every line, it's a high from this chat GPT in the writing. We won't be free of this crisis. I see them generating my targets, pumping up the sewage and flooding us with this garbage. Trying to solve bitters with like a cent of the others. Now we're seeing a report with saturating the market. You got people saying, fuck it, I'm using it all regardless. Only making funny videos, it's pretty harmless. Like bitch, I won't be giving you any chances. When you find a sister, you better know how it started.
Yeah, no, when people always try to argue, well, it's just harmless. It's not that big a deal. It's always the people who are completely ignorant to what's going on that will argue everything's fine. It's the same reason when you get haters criticizing an artist and then you tell them, like, no, this person's really good. Why are you insulting them? And they're like, it's not that deep. Yeah, of course it's not. Because you've never made anything creative in your life. You don't even understand how it feels for someone to just vehemently criticize you with no basis besides they just don't like you and blasting your name all over the internet. You don't know what it's like. You've never put yourself out there to be criticized. So of course you don't think it's deep, you moron.
They be forming bonds with an e-mate. Put them in their own little dreamscape. Talking with AI like a friend so they can't think the same and they're taught how to behave.
Ooh, behave, dreamscape. Gosh, it's so horrible. I mean, I get it. We're lonely people, right? I get it. I've fiddled around with some of that stuff because I was like, what is all this about? Oh, it's kind of nice when you type something and then they're like, hey, you know what? You really thought through this, didn't you? You are a very creative person. I could tell. And you're like, oh, well, thank you. But really, though, to go that full route that you think you're going to find the love of your life through technology, I genuinely feel sorry for you. It's not even a criticism. I know because I've struggled with loneliness. I've struggled with those kinds of things, all the ways that I feel less than when I try and date someone and then they don't like me. It's so easy to circle it around to, well, what am I doing that's not good enough? Which isn't the case most of the time. It's mostly, hey, this person just isn't right for you. You're all good, King. Keep your head up, which is what I say to you guys, especially on Valentine's Day. Keep your head up, King. Unless you're a slob that doesn't take care of themselves and doesn't know how to behave or be nice, you're more than enough. Seriously. It's just you have to find the person who jives with you. Okay? Anyway. It's just sad to me whenever someone's talking about like, oh, I got my AI girlfriend here. Oof. I'm so sorry, dude, of all the life circumstances that pushed you into thinking that is who you're, that is all you can have, that's all you're worth. That's so sad to me. Yeah, it might feel safe, but it's not really a relationship. Come on.
Their own little dreamscape. Talking with AI like a friend so they can't think the same and they're taught how to behave. This is not a topic of a debate. We don't get the privilege to be safe. Posting up your kids on the net, then they strip them with grog and they share all the deep fakes. They ain't gonna care, it's just...
Yeah, so I am only going to say this. As someone who, for almost a decade, worked with special needs kids with early intervention therapy, the amount of parents I've seen, and some of it is, yes, some of them are so terrified to have a heavy hand and discipline their children for any reason. They're terrified of doing it. Not only because we live in a world where everyone has their phones and they'll be like, what did you just do? I'm going to report you, or whatever. The horrible, awful people putting their nose in everyone's business, but also just the fear of not wanting to do anything wrong, not wanting to make your kids quote unquote worse. But the amount of times I've seen parents just stick a phone or an iPad in their child's hand when they're not talking to their kid as they're walking around a store or engaging in their child at all. I will tell you right now, I have never been more angry about any single person in my entire life. It's wrong. It's damaging to your child's sponge developing psyche, and it needs to stop. And if you really think that it's just too much for you to have a kid and actually talk to them, bag it up. Pop the pill. Do something. Because you are ruining your child doing that kind of thing. I'm sorry. I'm backing off right now. But, hey, I mean, this guy's a father, right? You can get it. Anyway, I just let the man speak.
Posting up your kids on the net, then they strip them with grog and they share all the deep fakes. They ain't gonna catch your
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Grok can do all sorts of horrible stuff. You got to tweak with it a little bit, but you can. That idea of posting pictures of your kids and then Grok doing its thing and then, that's wrong. That's wrong and evil. And I'm so glad that they passed that law, or they're working on passing that thing where if anything is an actual person that is fed through those algorithms, you're going down for it. That shouldn't be a debate. And if it is, I want to see you. And I want to go to jail after what I do to you. Just saying. Sorry. God, that made me so mad.
Think up your kids on the net, then they strip them with grog and they share all the deep fakes. They ain't gonna care, it's your son or your daughter. They make the money, they'll profit on slaughter. Death for consumer and death for the author. They gambled your future and burn up your water. We put our faith in these common enforcers for cheap entertainment and soulless performance. And it's not fucking worth it, we can't put it back like the box of Pandora. Guess I'm not.
Well, and that's the thing, is it's literally, I've said it before. We have no one to blame but ourselves when a country AI song reaches the top of the billboards. That's your fault. People said in the comments, well, I don't care where it comes from, I just like it. That's on you. Don't be mad then that there's consequences. You have opened Pandora's box. You have chosen to not care where the entertainment comes from. You only care about being entertained. That is disgusting. And if you can't even understand how that's not how everyone needs to live their life, that, hey, I'm just trying to have some fun. Wouldn't you do the same thing? No, I wouldn't. I'm not going to talk about it.
Of the uses of it's a common. Nothing new created, we're plummeting to the bottom. No more people working and realizing some problems. So they're quitting information, the cigarettes in the offices are written. Cycle to evidence is forgotten. They'll be treating chatbots like doctors and correspondents. Watching mice select the noise to the left with no more options. Should be basing moral choices on a thing without a conscious fucking AI. Stealing identities of a filter for FaceTime. I'll make an enemy and I'll kill for the daylight. Don't want to take sides, but they can fuck up the plunder knowing that they do it for the pay rise. I know so many others who barely scrape by. Having the other cycle sold at the same price. Done it in an instant, they waited till paint dry. Read an epidemic that's ending their great minds. I'm seeing.
Ooh, I had to let the man cook right there. That was amazing. And the emphasis, the A and I, excuse me, the way that the daylight, paint dry, the A and the I syllables being accented so well. This is something I really love about Rustage on a technical level. He knows what he's doing, and it's just good stuff. I don't know any artist friends. I don't have any artist friends who are really feeling like their livelihood is just being ruined by AI. I can't speak to that. It does happen though, which is a horrible thing. I don't know how much there really is all these issues with people choosing to value what correspondence you can find with AI compared to doctors. I'll admit there are some ways that with my health anxieties that there's been times that I've tried to look up something and be like, okay, I feel like this is happening. What is most likely going on? Because I know I'm healthy, but I'm feeling these things. What is happening? And it's been helpful sometimes to be able to look at something that's like, well, actually, if you're feeling this, it could be if you had caffeine, if you had this thing happen, if something just happened to you that was a little startling, it could just be your heart rate is just going up because of that. If the problem persists and it looks like this, then you need to be concerned about that. And that has really helped me, because if you just type in something to Google, what does it say? It always says, this big problem, early stages of cancer, all this stuff. You need to go to the hospital right now. So I think there are some ways that can be helpful. And I will argue that for the people who, really want to argue, here's these laws that we can pass that were written up by ChatGPT, or here's what a lawyer said that's ChatGPT written. Those issues, those consequences are going to find them soon enough. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your case. You're going to have health issues if you don't pay attention. So I don't really feel like I feel like that's going to, fulfill itself eventually. But some of this stuff where literally it's just people wanting money. I have never seen a single person argue about how AI videos are going to change the platform and the market besides the ignorant who just want to be accepted as someone who might have a creative idea, but they don't really know how to go about it. So then they just use AI and then they demand respect. Or it's the money-grubbing, cigar-chomping idiots who are looking for hacks, who are just looking for, some respect, who are profiting off that ignorance. That's where it comes down to, and that's disgusting.
Teachers use it. I'm seeing colleagues and peers abuse it. Why do I feel like the weird one? When did it get to this point? They could see me lose it. Stop sending me your AI music, your AI voices that your AI's using. I'm sick of it. Think your AI stupid. You'll burn down the world for your AI usage.
And that's the other thing. When he said, why am I the odd one for having this opinion? You know what it comes down to? It comes down to, this has been the case for years, hasn't it? you being the odd one out for standing for anything. Standing for not smoking, standing for not drinking, standing for not having sex with everybody you possibly can. Every single one of these quandaries that has turned into moral issues, like thieving off of other people's art and their life work in order to get a few bucks and clicks for you, that sounds like theft to me. All of that has been looked at strangely because people who have no moral compass genuinely don't care. And it's disgusting. I used to always think that everybody had some sort of a moral compass, but they don't. There's so many who don't. Comment below if you dislike this AI stuff as well. And then please go support Rustage on this. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Rustage, incredible song. That's all I got to say about that.